Ahoy cypherpunks, and welcome back to episode 8 of building the OpenSource-Odyssey website. In today's episode we will write no code.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And instead we will take a short break, look at what we have built so far, and we will make a plan for the future of what we need to build next in order of priority so that we can start with the most important thing. So let's look at the website that we have right now and take stock of our situation. What is the ship that we've built so far looking like? Again, out of the box, we get a lot of functionality with Payload. This is one of the reasons why we chose PayloadCMS. So we already have our entire admin section where we can administer the site, we can add new pages, new posts, we can upload media, we can have our posts be related to series. We have other niceties like redirects, forms, search results. We can customize our header and footer. So the first part of our plan that we made in the very first video is already completed. We have our admin section. And it even comes with a dark mode. I don't know why I've never activated it. This is looking much better. Then, like I just said, we also have tweaked a little bit the posts and series. So for each of our posts, we added the video ID field where we can reference to the YouTube video. We even made a little hook that if you paste the entire video URL, it will just strip it out and put the video ID here. And for each of our videos, our posts, we can relate it to a series, so we can create different playlists or thematically themed different videos. And of course, we added branding to our website, so we have our nice logos, the color scheme, the font in general, and all of this is looking pretty good. But when I click around this website, there are still many things that are not perfect yet. And I want to keep them in my mind. So what I'm doing now is I've replaced the automatically generated README file from Payload, and I want to write my own README file. This is going to make the project on GitLab more approachable because it will be actually customized to what I want to have there, and also serve as a point where we can track our to-dos. Before I write an about section, let's write some to-dos here. Fresh out of my mind from the last video, we have the fact that we still need to add a mobile navigation. Because right now, when we switch to mobile, there is no change here. So if we add more header items, it will become pretty cramped up here. We need to create a mobile navigation for the header. What I also notice when I look at this site right now is up at the top bar in the tab, we still have our metadata to be the generic PayloadCMS metadata. And of course, we want to customize this as well. We want to customize the metadata for each page. Now that I speak about pages, while we do have our posts page where you can view all of the individual posts, we don't have a page yet for our series. So we will need a series page listing each series. And then as a subsidiary of this, we want to have a series detail page to view the details of the series. Maybe we have a description, and to list all of the videos that belong to the series. When I'm on this post page, this is also looking okay, but not super great. Especially when I click on the detail page of a post, this is looking not so nice. So I think we need to tweak a little bit more here. So tweak the posts detail page. And when I do these videos, I usually have my presentations, and it would be pretty cool if you can also access these presentations. This is just a HTML file that is rendered with RevealJS in the browser. Let's quickly go to RevealJS. I love this library. It's so cool because you can generate presentations. So all of my presentations are generated through org files. So just the same as this file right here, this is also an org file. I can write my presentations like this one in an org file and then output an HTML. And this HTML could also be linked to each of the post detail pages. For example, add presentation to post. Down here on the footer of my page, I just added this in the last video as a dummy, but it's actually a good point. We should maybe have an FAQ section. Add an FAQ section. And for this, it would be really cool to have a custom block component that is an accordion. And for this, we can use the accordion from ShadCNui. So this right here, where we can kind of unfold different headlines, and this is really nice for an FAQ. Then, of course, what we need above all is content for the page.
Ice cream, so good.
Right now, I just have some dummy content, but we want to actually put the videos that you're watching right here as individual pages on the website. So we need to have a content maintenance session where we input all of this. But the issue with this content for each page is right now I'm on localhost. I'm on my laptop, and all of the changes I do here are just visible to me because this website is not hosted on the internet. So what we need to do is actually go live. And I believe that this actually go live is one of the most important next steps that we could take. So let's put this at the top here of our to-do list. I want to talk a little bit, maybe some of you have already played around with this or experienced it with the status quo website. So if you go to OpenSource-Odyssey right now, OpenSource-Odyssey.net, you can see there is a very basic page with some articles that I wrote, some blog posts. This is legacy. This will not be supported in the future. Maybe I will put it on a subdomain like blog.opensourceodyssey.net, but all of this will probably go. It's pretty cool. So let's take a look at how I'm doing this right now. So I have a single org mode file that is exported to Hugo Markdown. And then with Go Hugo, this is a static site generation framework written in Go. It's very cool, but it doesn't offer the kind of interactivity that I really want. Also, I'm not a Go developer, so I'm not super familiar with all of their templating, and the theming is just limiting to me. So that's why I want to switch away from it. But nevertheless, it is a very cool way, especially if you integrate it with org mode, because then I can export my org file to these individual markdown files for Hugo. Maybe just to show you how this would look. So here I have my blog that is exported to this Hugo site. It's very cool, yeah? So for example, here I have the post about building a timeless tech stack. It is done, so this means it can be published. I have some tags on it. I have my headlines. I can use quote blocks, and all of this will be reflected in the actual post. So if I go to the timeless tech stack, right here, I have this quote, for example, and all I really need to do when I'm writing these blog posts is write in my Emacs text editor as I would normally would, and then I can export this to Hugo compatible Markdown. It just works. It's really, really cool, but unfortunately it's a little bit limited and not what I want in the future. So we want to upgrade the site. And now we ask ourselves, should we go live? Like, should the next video be the deployment video? And I believe, yes, it should be. We should go live. As you can see by the to-dos we have, the website is nowhere near finished. We also wanted to do a Monero integration. So all of this is still missing, but why do I want to go live still? Well, one of the reasons is that we need the content for the page. So I would put this as priority number 2, which is a contradiction. There's only one priority, but whatever. Once this priority is completed, this will become the priority. We want to replace the current website that we have so we can start filling our new website with live. And this way I don't have to do everything twice. I will update the content on the online website, and then whenever I'm working locally, I will just pull the entire database and restore it on my local machine, and then I can always work with the same data, and my development machine is downstream from the online production website. So whenever I update content, I'm doing it on the online website and I don't have to do it twice. Also, I learned with writing code that if you are not shipping, if you don't deliver your software and you're just in your basement hacking away, then you don't have a product. There is nothing in the world to make an impact. So even if we are delivering something half-baked, it is still better to deliver something than not. And I would really hate to make these videos for months on months and months and never go live. And by the end of the video playlist, you would see how the website should look, but there's nothing on the internet. So in order to prevent all of these issues, I want to go to market as soon as possible. Another benefit of going to market as soon as possible is we have this the rubber hits the road moment, and we can really identify, maybe from your feedback, kind watcher, kind audience,
gang,
what is an important area of improvement. Because I am not the customer here, I am the content creator and you are the customer. So what really matters to you is the information that I need in order to build a good product. So with all of that being said, I think the next step is to go live.
We'll do it live!
And at this point, I want to give a big thanks to everybody that is watching this video until the end. I know it's hard to stick through these videos, but all the more thanks for you if you're hearing this right now. It is motivating me a lot that we already have a couple dozen subscribers with just a few videos being launched and no website being live. It really helps my algorithm if you like this video, if you comment on it, and if you subscribe to the channel. Especially if you do comment, please leave me a message about your input. What do you like particularly? What are you interested in? What are some areas that I could improve in? So with all of that said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Onwards, cypherpunks.